industry because my mom, she's a civil engineer. So even when I was still young, she would bring me to her projects. I would see her wearing her hard hat. Before I studied architecture, I initially wanted to become an engineer. Mas gusto ko ang math at science kaysa art. But then my mom said, no, huwag kang mag-engineer. Engineer na ako eh. Mag-architecture ka. So she was the one na talaga na parang who opened up architecture to me. Because before, dapat ano ako eh, either engineer or fine arts. Tapos sabi niya, ano ka ba? Engineer and fine arts. Why don't you take up architecture? It's the combination of engineering and arts. So that's why I took up architecture. At first, I didn't really wanted to become an architect. First year, I wanted to shift to a different course. But then, after a while, I learned to love it. And then, whenever I go to kahit sa mall, I realize how architecture is so much more than we think of it. Parang, it's not just an art. It's something that we see every day. We cannot ignore it. Everybody uses it. It's one of the basic needs of syempre, you have the food, shelter, di ba? It's part of shelter. So parang, the influence that architects can do in a society is so big na parang I felt na I wanted to be part of that industry. And if you guys have watched Inception, have you watched Inception? Yung isa doon architect siya, and she was able to design the space and everything na parang sa isip na it became real. Ganon. Parang ganon yung feeling ko na we have a big impact to the society, how we design, how we create the place. Architecture will always be there. Whether we like it or not, it's going to be there and it's going to stay long. It's not like any art na parang kung ayaw mo na, tatanggalin mo na lang siya. Pag nandiyan na siya, nakatayo na siya, siguro lindol na lang at ang makakawala sa kanya. But it's something that we see every day and we cannot just ignore it. So that's why I pursued architecture.
Do we have any